Hello, everyone. This is Dan Gramza, and welcome to Gramza Market Studies for Tuesday, March 31st. While we've seen some buyers coming in on these indices, it began in Asia, it carried through the European session. It did pull back a bit, but then it continued through the US session. The result is you see these green candles here. It does imply follow through to the upside, and that is what I'm looking for. Let's start here with the S&P. It also traded below its bearish level. The magnitude change there, again, just to give you that as a reference, so you have an idea of the dollar value of that change. It's $8,000 a contract. I do look for follow through to the upside. NASDAQ market also traded below its bearish level. The magnitude change here in that market is $11,000 a contract. Over in the Dow, the magnitude change here in that market is $5,500 a contract, and in the Russell, the magnitude change in this market is $2,000 a contract. Now, I want to point out to you that if you notice these red lines, that means the market traded below that. That would, if someone was long from those green lines, that means they would have been selling it at that level. In every one of these instances, the short side of that market failed. You can see it traded just a bit below it, but then it traded right up. So the market really on the short side failed in each one of these examples as the market would bring some profit potential here. Now let's talk about currencies and let's take a look at the Canadian dollar. It also traded below its bearish level, still on the weak side. I do look for follow through to the downside. The magnitude change here is $1,100 a contract. Let's move on though, and let's talk about interest rates. Let me get over to that. There we go. And in the bond market, I do look for weakness. I look for that weakness that you saw on Monday to continue on Tuesday. Now, metals, gold. Again, notice that it traded below its bearish level, and that short side at this point failed because it traded back up above it. But the magnitude change here, to give you that reference, is $9,000 a contract. Over in silver, this magnitude change per contract, again, just as a reference, is $7,000 a contract. And again, I'm looking for lower prices, but I don't look for dramatic moves down in these markets. Now let's move on over to energy. Nat gas got low enough to find buyers. Can they follow through? Ooh, that's the question. A lot of supply out there, but this implies an up day on Tuesday. Let's see what's happening in the grains. The wheat market, we're looking for unchanged to lower. Basically an unchanged day. I do look for volatility on Tuesday. The bias for this market actually is for a move to the upside. But at this moment, I don't see the fundamental drivers to create that. And that concludes today's market studies. Thank you for being with me. Look forward to being with you again tomorrow. And as always, take care.